Kony Brooks was actually introduced to me by another talented soul called the Silent Celeb. Before I even did my research on this talented brother here, I already knew that we needed to connect, and what better platform to give him than my own. Lyrically, he's got a lot of people beat. As you can see, his talent speaks for itself.
Now I'm getting mad at the people on my dick who ain't ride when I ain't have shit. And I ain't following no trends, I set it off. With fours, I snap and crack jaws like Bellator. I've been this shit, check my records. Been humble for a while, now it's time I talk reckless. Shitting on these niggas, I got a new obsession for the record. Let me say it once so you catch it. Diamond earrings and gold chains recommended. The beats made you famous, these bars are so separate. Backpack and snap when these whack rappers attack wax in the track ears of these little niggas with crack rap. Gun talk, y'all niggas is bringing that back. 50 cal eagle, the barrel can hold a snack wrap. I don't move weight for shit, but like a bad barber, I'll be at your grill with a dirty razor quick. Nigga, I'll lace your shit on some basic shit. All of y'all fear the God like an atheist. Lower your tone, watch who you getting basic with. Or I'm on your block with like 86 non-stop till the top of your beam like a lady wig ran. And that box drop 6 feet lower than the Navy get. I dare nigga tell me I'm trash. I'm the teacher and the only student left in my class. Nuts, I need a screw just to screw with my peers. Cause truthfully, I ain't had no competition in years. I'm the man that'll walk up in your cipher with my fingers flipped. Gripping on my nuts, daring you to test my penmanship. I'm ignorant, shitting on any rapper that give me lip. Jan Sport full of that shit that I got Biggie clipped. I dare you speak out of turn, and you gon' eat the words. First class ticket to Timberland, can you beat the curve? Christopher Wallace in the flesh and he here. I promise you, you ain't heard a man fresher in years. Call me Punisher in the box. I'm the top 5 stock, cream of the crop. King bring styles like the locks. The fox came with an ox to leave a body in a box. Jingle, you gon' fall if you play around my blocks. Savage, beating on their body till they batted. I've been about that action, cut that chatter. That man want beef, we gon' serve it to him fresh like a platter. Hit your mama and your daddy, my nigga family matters. I see you, and I see you for playing tough. You push cross the gang, I guarantee that you fuck. First generation madman with these backhands. Bro, I'm the bomb like I'm ticking with an Afghan. No mere mortal can step on my lane, hood celebrity. Cooking while deflecting the fame, while I stand here injecting the pain. Understand that I kill any rapper speaking my name, King.
So, unspoken but very much spoken, Kony Brooks was actually introduced to me by another talented soul called the Silent Celeb. Before I even did my research on this talented brother here, I already knew that we needed to connect, and what better platform to give him than my own. Lyrically, he's got a lot of people beat. As you can see, his talent speaks for itself. But besides being the pen and paper to his own music, you could also add ghostwriter, co-CEO, lyrical teacher under his belt. You know, they don't call him King of New York Brooks for nothing. So tonight, we're going to get to know the man that actually took his craft seriously after age 11, right?
Yeah.
After age 11. So, correct me if I'm wrong. 5 mixtapes.
Just about.
1 EP.
Yes.
2 albums.
Yes.
And many more achievements later. I'm talking like over 30 shows, guys. He is here and I get to pick his brain. I'm so excited. So, Kony, you just dropped your album.
Yes.
That I got the chance to listen to, which thank you, by the way.
Of course, thank you for coming.
Tell me, like, what was the creative process like, and did you have any negativity during that process that possibly could have set you back or put you in a place where you weren't able to create?
Well, yeah, truthfully, at that point, well, I did switch up my entire creative process to do this. Mm-hmm. So usually I'm like very introverted with my creative process. I don't like to let people in, but I tried to base a lot of the music off of conversations. Allowing people to, I don't want to say fully dictate, but like help dictate the editing process and redoing records and you know, how I should do this, switch tone here, move this line here. Like I tried to let people in as well. And then also within that 2-year period that I was working on the album, I went through an attempted suicide. Mm-hmm. Obviously not the highest point of my life, but I can definitely say that kind of did shape me and help me finish the project, because when it didn't work, I kind of realized I'm here for a greater purpose.
Right.
So it put me in a space where, like, I got to do this work now. I have to put this out. There's nothing that can stop this. This is going to be great.
Yeah. Did you not just freestyle? Like, did you miss that part? Because you're definitely here for a greater purpose. I tell you that, like, as soon as I heard your voice on Touch Me, and that wasn't even like a full song of yours, I was like, damn, he's good.
Thank you.
Damn, he's good. So you think, because of, you know, your attempted suicide and just your overall, like, life experiences, do you think that your message is just received in the Black community?
I would definitely say it is. When I get to have conversations like this, when I get to open up the dialogue and let people know that there's more than just a dot boy out there. Because unfortunately people see the dot boy image and think that that's all there is to the man, until we can, you know, really start touching on things that affect me, mental health, actually the fact that I work with children, you know what I'm saying, trying to bring up the next generation in our community. We can have those conversations. We can meet on a level playing field past what they just see me do on stage.
Now, see, when you bring up mental health, and this is none of my questions, you know, I really don't. I write them, but I don't really practice. So, speaking of mental health, being that we just had a mental health month, I believe, a lot of, like, celebrities and stuff, they're coming forth speaking about how mental health is such an important thing, you know, in our community itself, because we just don't take it seriously like everybody else. You know, nobody actually renders the fact that, you know, something might be seriously wrong with him. He might need to seek counseling or help. Everybody just renders the fact like, oh, he's just another Black person. He's just another nigga that don't know how to act.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So with that being said, do you think that it's important to have a great state of mind during just creating music in itself, or just like interacting with other people like we're doing right now?
To be in a space to have these conversations, definitely. As a creative, I would say whatever state of mind you're in, that's the best state of mind for that moment. Only because you'll never be able to recreate how you felt at that moment.
Right. Yeah,
So,
no, that's facts.
it's like an artist when they go to the studio, you know what I'm saying? I encourage people, get your own mic, get your own setup. The studio is an amazing place, a beautiful place, but you might wake up at 3, 4 in the morning and you'll never get that feeling back.
Right.
And you gotta release it right there. That's the only way that the listener's gonna feel exactly how you felt at that moment. Trying to recreate that a week later, 2 weeks later when you got a session, it won't be the same.
It's raw, and it makes it, people can, your audience hears, you know, your intentions in your music.
Right.
The more creativity and the more emotion you put in your music, the more they're going to gravitate towards it at the end of the day. So brings to my next question. You're claiming King of New York.
Yes.
I like that. A lot of artists seem to claim that, but, you know, claim just being at their highest peak. Not many people actually make it as a name. So what made you decide, you know what, this is gonna be my name, you know? Is it something that happened like on the block or like through school? What happened there?
So I used to battle rap locally, nothing crazy. I was never on URL or nothing like that. But like, locally I used to battle rap. And it was a friend of mine. His nickname was Pony, but I thought that was because everybody just snapped on him for looking like a horse. So we was 2-on-2 battling some dudes from another block. And he said, yeah, call me Kony, I'm the Prince of New York. And then my rebuttal off his line, if you calling him Prince, then I'm the King. And the whole block just started calling me Kony.
Oh, wow. That's dope. That's kind of how Biggie got his name.
Yeah.
That's really dope. Wow, I didn't know that. I thought you was just like, you know what? My bars are so tight. Okay, I'm
just be a cocky motherfucker. Nah.
You know what? I mean, if that's what you do, like being, you know, I mean, do that.
I mean, that's where we come from with this culture, and I think when it started being too much of a business, people forgot the culture aspect of it and how important competition is to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I meet a rapper right now and he doesn't feel like he's the greatest rapper ever, that's an issue.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You have to definitely believe in your product. Right. Because at the end of the day, you're a brand. You are your own product. And if you don't believe it and sell it to your fullest potential, nobody else is going to believe it. That's a fact.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So being as though you have so much experience, like I said, over 30 shows. I counted. I was like, God damn.
I have to update that.
Yo. No, you do, because since then you've at least had 5. More than okay.
I do like 6 shows a month, and I've been rocking like that for like the last 6 or 7 years, give or take.
Damn, that's amazing. That's definitely drive and dedication right there. I fucks with it a lot.
Thank you.
So seeing as though, like I said, you know, over 30 shows that you've had, you know, what advice can you give somebody like an artist that has like stage fright? And have you ever had stage fright when you were like headlining an event? Why was that?
So I'll start with the advice piece. So the advice that I would give an artist is to just jump in there. Orchestrate your show, obviously, but just jump in there. You know, it's gonna always be things that we can't control.
Right.
So don't focus so much energy trying to control this, control that, control it. Remember what's within your grasp. You can control what time you show up. You can control the DJ having your music. If you own your own mics, you can control bringing your mics. If you got a team that can control lights, you can control lights. But past that stuff, you can't control what the crowd's going to do.
Right.
You can't control if the crowd's going to be late. You can't control if the cameraman's going to follow you. You know what I'm saying? Those little things, but those are things that will deter an artist from really like getting busy, because they focusing on small things. Nah, if it's 5 people here, you need to rock with them 5 people and leave all 5 of their Instagrams.
That's right. That's absolutely. I've been to showcases because you know what I do and doing media where there's like 6 people there, and the artists still rock out. You know, right. Because at the end of the day, you know, you started off probably performing in front of your friends. You know, what do you think when y'all are joking and doing, you know, the back and forth rapping and stuff like that, little freestyles? That's performance right there.
That's a fact.
So if you starting off that way in front of a little small group of strangers, should be nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So now tell me about your nerves when you were headlining.
So this happened to me a few times, I'm not gonna lie. But my first time that I ever performed at SOBs.
Oh, that could be, yeah.
Right. It was like a week after Royce the 5'9" I headlined. And then at the time, like, I was super duper on the lyrical tip. So, like, I was following Slaughterhouse heavy and all of that. So it was kind of like, damn, I get to touch this stage right after Royce. I gotta keep up.
I feel you.
And I did shitty.
Really?
I did so bad. So bad. And walked out the venue mad because it was competition. Shout out to faces in the crowd. But I was so tight. I was like, yo, I didn't win. The judges didn't like me. Literally walked 2 steps to the train. I said, nah, it wasn't the judges. I fucked up. I'm trying to control things that I have no control over.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I can't control whether the crowd is there for me or not there for me. All I can control is the energy I give out and expect to receive it back. And then I'm so shaky. Again, me being shaky, I'm just like, nah, just jump in. Like, I need to just go. So I made up for it last year when I did SOBs again, and we wilded out.
Same showcase?
No. That time I did it with more bookings. They was doing it Day Summit Festival.
Oh.
So we rocked that crazy, like a murder scene on that stage.
That's dope. So, you know, you made up for your time. You know, at the end of the day, we all have, like, you know, my very first interview, I was scared shitless, and to believe it or not, it was just my boyfriend and his friend. I mean, it's not to say that they're not anybody, because at the end of the day, they're still artists.
Of course.
But I should have been more comfortable in front of him. I was scared. I had 2 glasses of wine. I was...
Liquid courage much?
I was scared out of my mind. They was like, here. At the end of the whole thing, I was like, that was not that bad. But, you know, I was scared.
You judging yourself, wasn't you?
Absolutely. And then to judge myself even further, like, once it dropped, once I put it on YouTube, I was like, these people not gonna feel it. Like, it's whack, the lighting, blah, blah, blah. But then at the end of the day, I just ended up being like, you know what? First time for everything. After that, it's nothing up, you know, nothing but up after that.
It's all about finding points that we can build from. You know what I'm saying? That's the beautiful part about crafting our own stories. You know what I'm saying? we get to be the creators of our destiny, if you will.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, we're gonna have those low points. We're gonna have those points that we could talk about. Now, when we on a yacht that's worth a couple $1 million, we could talk about that time that you were scared to talk to your boyfriend on camera.
I think you're gonna get the yacht first, so just remember me when you get it. Like, yo, I remember Kony. I forgot to text her. Like, just let me know about that. So about the whole to completely kind of go into topic but off topic. You're a co-CEO.
Yes.
How did the collaboration with Teddy Grams?
So, luckily for me, I've known Teddy for years, but we never like connected with music. I've known Teddy since like my senior year of high school.
Okay.
We ran kind of in similar circles. At the time, that was when like Light Feet was popping. So like I used to get Light, and he made a lot of the music that people got Light to.
I need you to get Light, but we won't do that.
Ain't enough Henny in the world. But yeah, no, we ran in the same circle, and we pretty much, you know, we had a mutual respect for each other. We didn't build much after that, but it was kind of like, yo, that's my man. It's like, he cool type shit.
Right.
Then some years later, when I was back heavy into the music, he started shooting my videos. And then he had put up a post. He was like, yo, I'm looking for a hungry rapper. I got a joint that could really change somebody's life. Da-da-da-da. So I hit him direct. I'm like, yo, bro, send that. Like, what's up? What we doing? We've been talking about collabing for years. We never did it.
Right.
So that was the first record we worked on. It's called Work With, which we tend to still perform from time to time to this day. But that was in like 2014. He sent me the joint like 9 that morning. I sent it back like 1 that afternoon. And it just kind of was what it was. We started performing in the 5K series, concert series. I was headlining with Ron Browse, Freddie Godson, and Papoose.
Woo!
And Hollywood Play. Shout out to Hollywood Play. And then we just kind of like started working that record on the circuit. And then people just kind of started saying, oh yeah, the God, the King, the God. I was in the process of LLC in my company. And we just said, you know what? Let's do this.
That's a dope ass story right there. From childhood, you know, things always come like together with people that you would have never imagined that you. My last 2 guests actually, they're from my teens, and I never like would have imagined that I would be doing anything like this with them.
That's dope as shit.
So it's like, oh shit, you guys are cool. Like, you know, when you go through high school, I mean, the first guest, like, he was like, I knew him forever. Like, even after high school, like, we were still really close. But like things like that, like, it really brings up like old memories, and you sit there and have conversations like this, and we chilling with it. You know what I'm saying? So, about the business, what do you think, like, what are your goals? What was your mission when you first started?
When I first started doing the music, or just the business aspect of it?
Business aspect.
My goal was to be better than Bad Boy, better than Def Jam, better than Universal, better than your MMG. Like, I want our company to be the go-to for anything music. So we do so much in-house that we want to translate between photography, videography, creative treatments, graphic design, artist development, songwriting, engineering, producing. Like, there's so many aspects, and that's before I start talking about strictly music.
Yeah, that's dope.
You know what I'm saying? So I want us to be the go-to for anything.
Wow. So you got your own label?
Yeah.
That shit is. When you gonna open up an office? I can intern. I'm sorry, Esther.
We might have to give you a job. Be asking the right questions.
You know, I try, but that's dope as hell. Like, so okay, so far, can you run down who are the artists on your label right so far?
So I have myself. We have Teddy Grams. We have Swag, Ray Fame, Dips, and JR Just Real.
Dips is nice. I like her.
Thank
I like
you.
her a lot.
Thank
I
you.
like them all. Like, first of all, in a performance setting, these guys kill the set. Like, there is no leaving and you don't know who they are. Like,
thank you.
It's the Thought Boys in the building, right?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Right? So I have to say that. That name, when I heard it, I was like, oh boy.
We're respectful, Thoughts.
There's no such thing. There's no such thing as a respectful thought. There's no respectful thought.
Yes, we're very respectful.
You're respectful.
The Thought Boys are respectful. I speak for my brothers on that one.
I heard that. I hear that. But what made y'all come up with that name? Y'all was just out here thoughting and buying it. You got to be, because I saw the interview with Leah Javinci. We gonna bring that up. Okay? We're not gonna get into the song that's on the album.
Okay.
We gonna bring that up.
Leah's dope.
She's a dope soul.
She's dope. She's great energy, beautiful woman. But specifically with doing that record, it was more fun than anything, and just kind of exposing conversations that literally happen every day that people act like don't happen.
That's a fact. It's guy talk, kind of.
Girls do it too. Everybody's under the bus. If I'm getting thrown under the bus,
I don't do that. I don't need to.
No, she doesn't even have friends in the industry. She just does business.
Facts. No, I don't have. I'm a loner.
She gives out her email address. That's it.
Be honest. He's right though. But I just got a Google Voice account.
Okay.
So now we lit. Google Voice, just don't text me at past 9.
Yeah, it's not personal. You don't have to answer it.
Right, exactly. That's bedtime time. Anyways.
But now, with how we got the name specifically, so it started off as a joke, right? So when they first started calling guys thoughts to have multiple meanings, it didn't so much be you're fucking everybody. It was kind of like, oh, you're wearing trendy shit, you're doing thotty shit. So like, I'm not gonna say nobody's name, but there was some of us who was fucking everybody, and then there was some of us that was spending $1,000 on Jordans.
I.e.
So we was all dirt bags when it came to music. I'll say that much. So if you put on the right song, we talking about digging you out, hitting your guts, and all of that. So it was just kind of like Dips made the joke. Yeah, but Dips made the joke. She's like, "Oh, my Thought Boys," and we all literally looked at each other like, "This could pop."
Light bulb.
This is the one. So we kind of ran with it. Not to say that it's not within us, because it is a genetic piece of us, but it's like, it's entertainment at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so multifaceted. I try not to be a complete thought boy on this album for that reason, because I want people to know that there's a man behind the thought.
I felt more lyrically, more metaphors from this album more than thottish ways. It's kind of just the same thing as like Nicki Minaj calling herself a bad bitch.
Exactly. Because she's a woman first.
She's not a bitch.
She's a woman first.
Unless I don't know. But she's a woman, she's a grown woman. She calling herself a bad bitch.
I mean, it makes her happy and it pays her bills.
Facts. Facts. So I'm okay with calling you guys Thought Boys. I'm okay with that.
Yes.
So another thing is, you told me that one of your, I don't know if it was a side hustle or more like another creative side to you, is that you like to take pictures. You're a photographer.
Yeah, I do photography as well.
Shit.
It is a side hustle, but it is something I did grow passionate about. Shout out to my former manager, Hustle Mo Walter Morris. But he has a photography company, so it was kind of like, at the time, whenever we come out do venues or whatever the case is, he brings his camera out, he's taking pictures, he's networking for his side hustle, but that's what paid his bills besides the music or whatever the case was. And it was like, one time he wanted to be in the picture, so he's like, yo, take this picture for me. And I done watched him take so many damn pictures. I'm like, oh, I copy. Elbow pointed all that. He's like, oh, now you're really good at this. I need to teach you something. So he started teaching me. Then I ran with another one of my boys who was actually going to school for it. So we was like picking up terminology, purchasing, certain materials, lenses, and things like that. And then I interned with his photography company for a little while until I just branched off and started rocking and doing my own thing.
Oh, shoot. So I have a tough question.
Shoot.
I love them. If you could take a photograph of an image that describes your artistry, what would it be?
Madison Square Garden.
Why, sir?
Empty Madison Square Garden at that.
Whoa.
Because it's so iconic.
Okay.
And it represents New York, and with so many generations have gone through Basketball is a big part of me personally as well. And then it's like the other half of that is the glory and the heartbreak of being a Knicks fan.
I'm not up on basketball like that, but all I've been hearing is
the Knicks
like
suck, right? They just violate
yeah.
my Knicks all the time. But but that literally that's what kind of goes into it, because it's like it's a joyous thing to be a Knicks fan, especially when we're doing good.
Right.
But then it's like you can tell when somebody's true blue because we stick up for the Knicks when we suck.
Facts. Just the same thing when people like stick up for the Jets when they suck.
Yeah.
But they suck a lot.
All the time.
Yeah.
But they did better than my Giants, so I can't talk shit this year.
That's true. This year you cannot talk shit. That's true. That's a really wow. So just solely based off of like your feelings about Madison Square Garden and what it represents, that's what you would choose as
yeah.
That's dope. I thought you were gonna be stumped for a lot longer.
Yeah.
Thought you were gonna be stumped for a lot longer on that. So if you were, another question's completely off basis. I might as well just throw these away. If you were to sit and say you had 3 of your guys, 3 of the Thought Boys,
mm-hmm.
3 Knicks players,
mm-hmm.
who are those 3?
Current or could it just be all-time Knicks?
You know what? I'm gonna give you all-time Knicks just to throw some flavor in there.
I appreciate you. I obviously want to talk to Carmelo Anthony. That's big, bro. Rest in peace, Anthony Mason.
Okay.
The bully. And you can't go nowhere without Pat Ewing. I'm not gonna go back into the vaults and talk about like the Kiki Vanderways and all of that, but I'm gonna stay with Pat. maybe Michael Ray Richardson.
Okay.
Maybe Michael Ray. But I'm gonna stay strong. I'm gonna stay Pat. Cause I got to see Pat play. I got to see Mason play. I got to see Melo play. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of like I want to know what it was like to be on that floor at that time, like having a guard Jordan, like
facts.
Just
to touch that I think maybe like that's the same kind of feeling that you had like when you was at SOBs. Yeah. Just to touch that stage, and it's like, damn, so many greats, even like headlining for Voice to 5'9". That's a big freaking deal.
Yeah, week apart, literally a week apart.
Just to touch that stage is like, damn, he touched this stage. Kind of like the Apollo, like you want to, instead of rubbing the wood, you want to take that shit. You know what? They rub this.
I don't really need this.
It's mine. Forget it. So after this album that you just dropped, you had 2 more, correct? Or is it 3?
You got me thinking heavy now. Was it 2 or 3? Yep, whatever you said.
2. So after the 2, do you feel like you've elevated more as an artist and you're more like understanding of your craft?
I would definitely say so.
Okay.
Reason being, with the last projects, kind of when I go back, I was just so focused on barring you to death. Like that was for the fans of Immortal Technique and Joel Ortiz. There's so much lyrical content that, yeah, there were good records, but there was no replay value.
Okay, you doing it for the DJs now?
I won't even say for the DJs. Nah, I want somebody's mother to hear this album and go, damn, I love this.
That's a good thing. Not many people really care about, you know, the generation past their own.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, the people that are younger than us and the people that are older than us are the ones that do the most plays. We're like, oh, at some point we're like,
the most shit.
Yes, that's true. They'll keep it real about your stuff.
Very honest.
They be like, yo,
that wasn't it.
This wasn't Soulja Boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just throwing Soulja Boy in there because he don't get enough credit. I'm sorry, Soulja. He don't be getting enough credit. Right, exactly. That's it. So yeah, at the end of the day, those people are the ones that will play your stuff. Yeah. A lot of the old time DJs, they're the ones who's gonna play your stuff.
They're the ones that break records.
That's your audience. No matter, even though you know you want to cater to people of your own generation, you still want to help them out.
Just don't forget about them. That's all.
Right.
Just don't forget about them. But yeah, I definitely felt like I wanted to spark a lot of conversations with the music as well. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was part of the intergenerational piece as well. Okay. So certain subject matter was like, people in their 40s and 50s remember doing some of this dumb shit.
Right.
And then young kids are looking at it like this is brand new. Damn, I want to do that.
Do this shit. Now I want to do the dumb shit.
Right. So it's kind of like, we can have conversations.
I love conversations. I like conversations like this. I like you for coming on.
Oh, thank you for having me.
I appreciate you so much.
I appreciate you more.
So, what's next in the Kony Brooks series other than the album? You have tour dates.
So I got a couple of shows coming up right now. I'm in the process also of curating my own concert for the end of the summer.
Do you need media? Do you hear me?
I always need media. I'll secure some things and we'll talk some more. I got you. But yeah, so coming up, I'm headlining the Earwax Sessions.
Right, June 12th.
June 12th.
I remember that because we just spoke about it. I'm really excited.
I'm also going to be a featured performer for Live Johnson's album release party.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Dope. We all up in there.
We in there. Super lit. So yeah, I got a couple of situations going.
Okay.
We lit.
Okay. Shout out to Rockview Entertainment.
That's a fact.
Okay. Shout out to KDK.
That's a fact.
Shout out to S Rock.
That's a fact.
And shout out to Ray Beauty, the Thought Boys, Dips, the
Facts.
whole crew. I fucks with y'all heavy. I want y'all all to come on one day just to chop it up and shit like that, and then we do real grown up stuff. Grown up talk.
Heard you.
So tell them where you're gonna find yourself, media wise, social media, everything like that. And if you have anything additional to let these people know, about you, let them know this is your time to shine.
This is my moment.
Yes.
You can follow me on all social media at Kony Brooks. That's KonyBrooks. At Kony Brooks, one more time, KonyBrooks. You can check out my website, www.konybrooks.com. And I need y'all to go out and get that album, All Hail the King, in stores now. Anywhere music is sold, you can find it. And I'm good.
Thank you so much. I can't wait to see that. Oh my God. I'm out here listening to this thing already with this album. Shit is tough. So like I said before, this was Mr. Kony Brooks. I appreciate him so much for coming on and letting me pick his brain and letting me talk about God knows what, the Thought Boys, Leah Da Vinci. Hi Leah, how are you? So beautiful. Anyway, just to sum things up, remember, tea sippers, what I need you to do, I need you to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss another episode with me, because honestly it would be a tragedy. I need you guys to subscribe. I love you. Thank you so much for tuning in. We out.
Good.